So I'm Duncan Pritchard from ETC Africa and the Unearthed program, and I want to talk a bit today about our Careers in Conservation program. This is a project we started a couple of years ago, really around the basis that so many young people are trying to get into conservation type careers, but we were getting possibly 30, 40 CVs every single month from really well qualified graduates, but they were largely unemployable. And we decided to start this program really to try help guide young people, school leavers, undergraduate students, into the right career direction when it comes to conservation careers. And so one of the things we immediately noticed is that people are very unaware of the broad spectrum of careers in conservation. A typical zoology botany degree, I don't believe is going to be as valuable in the future as things like the creative arts, things like ecotourism, where you're giving people direct exposure of nature, the ability to interpret nature through film and creative mediums and photography and writing. Those are becoming very, very powerful fields to start changing perceptions around conservation. A lot of other things we've noticed is that young people don't really understand what's involved in the job. A good example is two very good friends of mine are really well qualified, leading marine biologists in South Africa, but they live 600 kilometers away from the sea, and most of their day is spent analyzing data and working with statistics rather than frolicking in the ocean with dolphins. We do a lot of environmental consulting, and a lot of our work is essentially based around chasing up various departments for paperwork and legislative issues. So I think that understanding of what's actually involved in a conservation career and the broad scope of opportunities available and where conservation is going into the future is really a misunderstood area for young people. And I think there's a lot of upcoming opportunities in new directions. I certainly personally believe the world needs more mechanical engineers who are environmentally conscious. We need more accountants and financial people and economists who are environmentally literate. We need more entrepreneurs who are doing positive things for the environment. So that's really why we started this program. What we really address in this program is we spend a lot of time with you as an individual, understanding what's important to you and what sort of direction can you take, and nudging you in that direction, and putting you in touch with experts in the field where you can actually get a sense of what's involved in the day-to-day life. But we do also spend a phenomenal amount of time on this program focusing on the concept of social entrepreneurship. And this is very closely tied to our Unearthed program. And I'll tell you why we focus on social entrepreneurship. For a start, social entrepreneurship is all about business that does good, business with a positive impact for our planet. And by doing this course, essentially we give you all the skills that you would need and all the knowledge to start a small social enterprise. And that could be in the form of a small business, it could be in the form of an environmental project, or it could be in the form of a non-profit organization. And this can be something small that grows organically. It can just be a little project that you work on weekends. But the skills to do that, the marketing skills, the budgeting skills, the proposal writing skills, the financial skills, those are the skills that your employer really wants to see. Those are the things where you can start adding value to your employer. One of the other reasons we focus a lot on entrepreneurship is because the brutal reality is that youth unemployment is incredibly high, and finding a job is getting progressively more difficult. Certainly the trend in European countries, I think the figure now is under 35-year-olds, something like 60-70% of them are working as freelancers. So that having a plan B, a backup plan, something that you can actually start yourself and create your own career in conservation, I believe is an incredibly important skill for any young person. So even if they never actually do that, having that skill set really equips you for the workplace a whole lot more effectively. I'll give you a few examples of a couple of the things that we go through and why I feel this is very important. So, as I mentioned earlier, we get a lot of CVs from young graduates, master's students, really good qualifications, but I'm looking for somebody that can add value to my business. So if I received a CV says, look, I've just graduated, but I've got really good skills in marketing. I've noticed your social media is up the creek. Give me 3 months, let me work on your social media, and let's see if we can find some more business for you. Or I've done a short course in writing proposals or pulling tenders together. Give me a chance for 3 months and I can just write proposals and put tenders together for you. Or you've started a project, you've started a small social enterprise. again, you can put this into your CV, into your covering letter, and say, look, this is what I do. I've got project management skills. I understand how a business is run. I'm able to network. I can bring this sort of value to your business. What can you offer a potential employer? So we do spend a lot of time working around those sort of things. A big part of the program is not a one-size-fits-all. We spend one-on-one time with you, understanding your needs, understanding your direction, trying to guide you in the right direction, and working with you to start this project. So regardless of whether starting a social enterprise or a non-profit organization is something that you actually want to do into the long term, in the short term, it's going to be that critical factor that's going to set you apart and make you more employable. And B, it's going to be a really, really important safety net, a plan B if you don't get the ideal job you're looking for. I certainly believe there's a lot of opportunities in the environmental field going forward. Young people are passionate about change, passionate about making an impact in the world. But where I do feel the lack is understanding the broad scope of places you can actually make a difference, and the way that difference that conservation work and environmental work is moving into the future. It's going to be a lot more technology based, going to be a lot more communications based, a lot more awareness based. And what we want to do is just help you get into the right space to harness these opportunities, start your career, and make sure that you really understand the spectrum of what's available to you. So hopefully we'll see you on one of our programs. We do a virtual program, but we also do a couple of weekend retreats. All the information will be on the page below this video. And any questions you have, or you want to discuss something or brainstorm something, or you're uncertain about something, just drop us a mail on the contact page, reach out, we can set up a video call. And it's really important that we feel as equally before you do this program is that we talk about it and understand if this is right for you. But I feel it's something that young people, young graduates, school leavers can really benefit from, to make sure you're heading in the right direction, and ultimately you've got the skills to be A, employable, and B, if you can't get employed, you've got the skills to actually take control of your own destiny.